If Blender is throwing GPU errors, crashing on startup, or refusing to render properly, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to show you the fastest way to fix Blender GPU errors step by step. We'll cover the most common causes, the quickest temporary workaround, and the settings you should change inside Blender to get back to work as fast as possible. This is a simple fix guide for Blender users on NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel GPUs, and it can help whether you're getting viewport glitches, render failures, or device-related warnings. If this video helps you out, go ahead and hit the like button and make sure to subscribe for more Blender tutorials, fixes, and workflow tips. Alright, let's jump right in. The first thing you should do is update your GPU drivers. In most cases, GPU errors in Blender are caused by outdated or incompatible drivers, so this step is always worth doing first. If you're using NVIDIA, go to the official NVIDIA driver page and download the latest game-ready or studio driver for your card. If you're using AMD, update through AMD Adrenalin. If you're on Intel, use Intel's graphics driver update tool or the Intel Download Center. After updating, restart your computer so the new driver can load properly. Next, open Blender and check whether the issue still happens. If the error is still there, the second thing to try is switching the render engine. Blender lets you move between Cycles and Eevee, and sometimes one engine will work better than the other depending on your hardware and driver support. Go to the Render Properties panel and switch from Cycles to Eevee, or from Eevee to Cycles, and then test again. If the problem only happens in one engine, that usually points to a GPU compatibility issue rather than a broken Blender file. Now let's go into Blender's device settings because this is one of the most important fixes. Open Blender, then go to Edit, Preferences, and System. In the System tab, look for the device setting. If Blender is using the GPU and giving you errors, switch it to CPU for testing. This may feel slower, but it helps isolate the problem and tells you whether the issue is actually coming from the graphics card, the driver, or the GPU rendering path. In some cases, simply turning off GPU compute and using CPU mode will immediately stop the errors. If that works, you know the issue is GPU related rather than a general Blender problem. After that, restart Blender. Restarting is more important than people think because it can clear temporary issues and refresh the shader cache. If the cache has become corrupted, a clean restart can fix strange viewport behavior, blank screens, or errors that keep coming back after a change. If the problem is still not solved, lower your viewport and render settings. High samples, heavy shadows, high-resolution textures, and advanced effects can push your VRAM too far, especially on cards with less memory. Try reducing render samples, turning off unnecessary effects, lowering texture sizes, and simplifying the scene to see if the error disappears. If Blender works better after lowering the load, then the issue may simply be high VRAM usage. Another thing to keep in mind is that some GPU errors are caused by unsupported features or driver conflicts. If you have multiple graphics solutions installed or your system is switching between integrated and dedicated graphics, that can sometimes cause instability. In that case, updating drivers again and making sure Blender is using the correct GPU can help a lot. A good troubleshooting rule is this. If Blender works in CPU mode but fails in GPU mode, the problem is probably tied to your graphics driver, your GPU settings, or hardware compatibility. So the fastest path is to update drivers, test CPU mode, switch engines, restart Blender, and reduce heavy settings until the issue is gone. To recap the main fix, go to Edit, Preferences, System, change device between GPU and CPU, update your NVIDIA, AMD, or Intel drivers, restart Blender, and lower your samples or effects if your VRAM is getting overloaded. In most cases, one of those steps will solve the problem. If this guide helped you fix your Blender GPU errors, please hit the like button, subscribe for more Blender help, and comment below with your GPU and Blender version if you want more specific troubleshooting tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.